Good evening, everyone. I am Massimo Ruggero. It's a great honor for me as president of Club for UNESCO in Genova Metropolitan City to launch the important book Mahatma for You, edited by Satyam Roychowdhury. On the birth anniversary celebration day of Mahatma Gandhi, the Authors Club presents an important and structured and articulated work that collects very concise and representative compilation of a few gems from his immortal writing, speeches, conversation, and some landmark writing or revered scholars on the life and work of the one of the greatest human to have set foot on earth, Gandhi. In this book, a precise description and reconstruction of Gandhi's philosophical thought re-emerges copious and dense with suggestion through memories to make the immortal presence of the great personage even more alive and vivid. And the recollection of his contemporaries and admirers have included to add a very important dimension to this work. The author has relied primarily on the reservoir of published work in the public domain and on those in peer-reviewed journals and research papers. The reconstruction of this narrative texture, despite its extraordinary description and emotion that recall the Mahatma in his daily life, has to take place through the support of scientific research, which adds to the book itself a model of great rigor, such as the important contribution of Professor Sugata Bose at Harvard University with his lecture at the Sabarmati Ashrama on the occasion of the 150th anniversary of the birth of Mahatma, or the eminent scholar Shri Nirbed Roy, formerly of the Asiatic Society, has been kind in making a contribution to this fashionable volume. In Mahatma for You, the spontaneous description of the great characters emerges in detail through the narration that combines the many narrative and biographical elements in an intellectual puzzle of disparate shapes and color. Yes, just shapes and colors, because Gandhi was a many-sided personality. He was at once saint and revolutionary, politician and social reformer, economist and a man of religion, educationist and satyagrahi, devotee alike of faith and reason, Hindu and interreligious, nationalist and internationalist man of action, and dreamer of dreams. The utter simplicity of his life and his single-minded devotion to non-violence cloaked innumerable deep currents of ideas, disciplines, loyalties, and aspiration. The primary premises of the non-violence he followed in his life were respect, understanding, acceptance, appreciation, and compassion are basic to our existence. The Mahatma faith in the power of non-violence can be reflected by this quote of his: "Non-violence is the first article of my faith. It's also the last article of my creed." So let me allow an intellectual license, because I want to describe Gandhi as an artist, an artist of our life, because Gandhi is like a great painter, a painter of future life and of humanity, capable of suggesting a historiography, an ethical and an ideological masterpiece of the present to guide to the future of societies. His life was one long and ceaseless saga of endeavor, in which he added bit by bit and piece by piece to his structure, culminating in an advancing fullness of his personality. There was nothing of mystic or miraculous about his development and growth, from a common man into unsurpassed Mahatma of our history. It's open to each one of us to see how he advanced, step by step, gathering innumerable fragments of truth, one by one, and piecing them together in a crucible of his life, ready to look at facts, understand their significance, face and any consequence in pursuit of a cause, suffer any penalty for a mistake, recover lost ground again, but always advancing, open-minded, and without fear, and dedicated selflessly to reach and hold the truth of a matter at any cost. Gandhi knew this about himself, and that was why he called his biography "The Story of My Experiments with Truth," because experimentation was one of the deepest passions of his life. He experimented with food, health and cure, clothes and dress, politics and economics, education and reform, organization and revolution, ethics and spirituality, with almost everything that his life knew a part of life. His deep faith in the goodness of every individual and his unflinching belief that humanity is proceeding toward well-being. His strong belief on humanity is reflected as: you must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. With relentless logic and courage, he broke new ground in every direction, and yet had the depth of the width of mind to separate defeat from success, the false from the true, the unreal from the real, and to integrate all his aims and achievements into the unity of his personality. He was therefore not born a Mahatma. He grew into one. He was a common man who pulled himself up to most uncommon heights. He was no God, but became a God-man. Hope to join soon together again. Good work from Italy, and thank you very much for your attention. Massimo Ruggero, Genova, UNESCO Club. Good night.